No, because nobody can sound like Elvis Presley. And if you want, and if you try to sound like Elvis Presley, you'll be an impersonator, right? You're like, you don't want to.
But you can do it.
Well, I can certainly do, baby.
So, first of all, congratulations. You became second on the free Eurovision Song Contest. But my first question is always the same. I ask everyone this question. How are you at the moment in these weird times, crazy times?
No, I'm having the best time of my life. I just became a dad with Christmas.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I became a father on the 25th of December. And so everything is amazing. Every day I wake up to a little girl who's smiling. So I'm doing great. And so the whole Corona thing is, it's crap because you can't work. But it's luckily for me that I don't want to work at the moment because I want to be at home.
Congratulations. I didn't know that. Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Everything changes, isn't it?
Well, I thought I was cool and stuff like that. There's nothing left of me. I'm just one.
Cool. Okay. But let's talk about your music right now, because I already mentioned you became second on a free Eurovision Song Contest. Would you have expected that?
Well, to be honest, I didn't even know it was a contest.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't like contests, right? Because I don't think music is a contest. You don't have a winner in music. You just make music, and you can, if you like Metallica or you like Schlager, it's all fine, right? If you'll be happy from listening to Schlager, you should do that because it's your life. And if you're listening to metal, it's your life. Just choose. So nothing is the best. So I didn't know really it was a contest, and then they told me it was a contest just for fun. So I thought, well, it's a fun contest, so let's do it. So the cool thing about it is that a lot of people like the song, and that's the most important thing for music. So that if you're making music, I don't think. I'm not taking myself so seriously, but my music, I do, right? Because my music, it's about life, and it's about death, and it's about love, and it's everything in between. And then if you get the response from a big audience that they say, "Well, I like your song, and it does so much to me," it's the biggest compliment you can get as a songwriter.
Okay. Yeah, the song is called Roller Coaster. You want to tell us something about it? What is the main subject in the song?
Well, the main subject about Roller Coaster is that I'm doing this for a long time, right? I'm doing this for 20 years. And it's with a lot of ups and downs, and in my career, but also in my personal life. I lost my mother when I was 24. My dad died almost 5 years ago, and he was living in my house, and the weird thing is my career was going like that. It was going up, while my personal life was like, oh man, another one died, or it has a lot of ups and downs. And it's about going through life. Just everybody has it, right? Everybody has good times and bad times. So that's a song about the good times and bad times. And I experienced my life with my wife, right? We're doing everything together. She was my tour manager, and we went everywhere together. And so we had the good times and the bad times. And then the magnolia in the song, it's in my garden. If I would turn my computer, you could see it, but I can't turn the computer. But the magnolia is a tree which is standing in my garden. I'm living in the house where I was born, right? My parents died, so I'm still in this house, but I changed it and I rebuilt it. But the tree in my garden is still there, and the tree was planted by my father for my mother's birthday. So every 9th of April, my mother's birthday, the magnolia is in bloom, and I try to get it as a metaphor in the song as a feeling for home.
Yeah, cool.
So that,
And how
yeah.
how would you describe your music? Is it like, is it country? Is it rock? Is it pop? Or is it everything together? Is there any word for it?
No, the weird thing is I would love to have a word for it, because I don't want to be. If you're listening to my music, I'm not trying to be original, or I'm just writing songs, right? I'm not experimental, or I'm trying to get a new sound. I'm just writing what I like, and I liked Elvis, I like Johnny Cash, I like Frank Sinatra, I like Dean Martin, I like the Glenn Campbell sound, all the old country, but also the old Motown sounds. I like the old sounds, so that's why my music sounds like that, because I listen to the old stuff, and I'm not really into new music. So.
No.
Well, just a little bit. I like new music. There's a lot of cool music out there, but you can't find it on the radio. Most of the time, it's always the same songs on the radio.
Yeah, that's right. In Germany too.
I don't know why there's, like, if you're in a supermarket, why should you buy every time the same cereal if there's a whole row of cereals? Try another one.
Yeah.
The change of habit is good.
Yeah. But like you said, you are doing music since 20 years, roundabout, and you always stay true to yourself, isn't it? You never changed in the way that would be, I don't know, that wouldn't fit. You know what I mean? Because
no, a lot of people ask me that, because my career was going like a couple of years ago. I wasn't having gigs. People said, "Oh man, your music." Well, they didn't say it sucked, but kind of liked it, and they said, you should sing in Dutch, or you should work with a rapper, or you should try to create a really nice pop sound or something. And I'm like, I was like, yeah, but well, even if I wanted it, I couldn't, right? I'm not that kind of guy. This is what I do. So I thought, well, this either you like it or you don't, and that's it. And I would rather work in a supermarket for 3 days and spend the rest of my days on my music than be really successful with a kind of like a music that I don't want to sorry about that. With a genre of music I don't like, right?
Yeah.
I would be a Dutch singer, very famous, but every time I get on stage, I'm like, oh shit, I have to do that song again.
Okay.
So I didn't want that. So I was just trying to create an environment for me to get comfortable in the music. And this is what I do. I write songs and I sing them. And it's really simple, really. No, it's just this.
Yeah. So then let's talk about your album, which is called, in Germany we say Zungenbrecher, the new now. And
Zungenbrecher,
because it's very difficult to say, you know.
New now.
Is there right now a new now? Is it perhaps, has it something to do with this whole crisis, with the situation right now, that you decided to call it the new now?
Well, a little, I think, because I wrote the song probably 2 weeks before we got into the studio, and we started recording the album in May last year.
Yeah.
But then I wrote it at the end of April, and the thing was, we was trying to get pregnant for 4 years, right? And it didn't happen for us, and we got really into medical and hospital, really horrible stuff. You don't want to. You just want to have a kid, right? And you don't want to be in the medical and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we did it, and on one day, a Thursday in March, we got the news that there was the corona pandemic, and we couldn't tour, and we couldn't go to the hospital anymore. Right? We were done. So I sat on we sat on the couch watching a little bit of TV, and I put the phone down, and we were like, what? So our whole world was about that, about playing, about getting a kid, and we couldn't do that anymore. So we got a bottle of wine, and after that, after a month, we were pregnant. Right?
Okay, cool.
Some miracle happened when we're like, what?
Yeah.
So, and then the corona, happened longer, and so I think there was a new now for us. There was a new start, and I think a new start for mankind would be good.
Yeah.
To consider things about what you're doing to the planet, what you're doing to yourself, what you're doing to the other people. So it's a song about that, about a new start.
Okay,
and
cool.
about what you did in the past.
Yeah, perhaps about a new start, which everyone needs right now. Yeah, that's right.
I think so too. Think about what you're doing to the planet. Think about what you're doing with everything we did. Right? It's getting crazy at the moment. If you see the problems in Jerusalem, the first country which was totally vaccinated, right? It was clear, and right after they were clear with vaccination, they started
new problems.
And I was like, what? You were finally safe, and then it's like something else again. So it's always. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I write about what I see and what I hear, and I think it's a good thing that people probably would change a little bit for the better.
Yeah. That would have been my next question, because as you said, you're a singer-songwriter. My next question would have been, how do you write songs? What is your inspiration? But you're looking around and you get inspired?
Well, the weird thing is about songwriting, I don't know how it happens, really.
Okay.
I'm not religious or just anything, but normally I'm just sitting here with, that's my printer, with the guitar. I'm playing stuff, or I'm sitting more like and then I start singing, and most of the time nothing happens. Most of the time it's really ugly, and I read it, and then I'm like, oh man, how could you write this down? This is such bad lyrics, Danny. This is so bad. And once in a while, you start playing. You're like, oh yeah. And then a song comes out, and you just have to shave it and polish it a little bit, and it's done. And then after a week or so, or 2 weeks, I'm listening on my phone, right? So I record it on my phone.
Yeah. And
I'm walking the dog, and I'm listening to the song, and I'm like, what? That's a cool song. When I write that. So it's not really most of my colleagues, or they're getting into writing camps and stuff like that, and just write songs together, or co-write, or just write about things, and everything happens for me. Just it's like if you're in your car and you're well, a couple of years ago you were tuning in for a radio station, right?
I remember that. Yeah.
You didn't have DAB or something like that. Yeah. You were tuning in for a radio station. It was like, and then you hear part of a song, and then at one time you had a radio station which is playing your favorite song, or a song you love, and you keep it there. And that's almost how it works with me with songs.
So let's talk about your plans for the rest of the year. I mean, right now we are in May. There are a lot of months, a lot of weeks to go. Yeah, do you think that you will be on stage this year just because of Corona and so on, or do you think we have to wait until next year?
Well, I don't know, because we have a whole club tour in October and November in Holland. There were like almost 16 shows. They were directly moved from 2020 to 21. And we announced my biggest show yet in Holland. It's in the Ziggo Dome, like 15 or 16,000 people in there. So that's a lot. It's the biggest venue in Holland. And, well, I don't know if it happens. I hope so. I at the moment, I can't imagine that there will be 15,000 people in one room. But you never know. So I hope I'll be on stage this year, and maybe this summer on some small festivals or outside where Corona is free to breathe, or I don't know. It's just what it is. I hope so that we can do the I hope we can play.